So today we're going to be installing our rock sliders on the new GX550. It also works on the Land Cruiser. And make sure to follow along with our PDF guide, as that's the most up-to-date information. Let's get started. So your first step is to lay out all your hardware. You're going to have per side 8 M10 bolts with washers, a half 13 4.5-inch bolt with a washer, strut washer, and a nut. So your next step, go ahead and put all the washers on your M10 bolts. And once all that's on, go ahead and apply anti-seize to all your M10 bolts. So the next step is we're going to be using 8 of these captive nuts in the frame. You're going to need to make sure they're clean, and if they are dirty, you may want to run an M10 125 tap through. So now we're ready to put the slider on. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get a buddy and we're going to hold it up to the frame, and we're going to get 1 bolt on each side to hold it in place. Now that it's held up in place, we're going to go ahead and put the rest of the M10 bolts in. So now we're going to go ahead and use a jack to make sure that the bottom of this flange, of this mounting bracket, is seated all the way up to the frame. So we're going to go ahead and tighten all these bolts now with a 17mm socket on this mounting bracket. Once that one's tight, go ahead and go to the second mounting bracket and do the same thing. Next, we'll tighten the bolts on the front and the rear bracket. If you use an electric ratchet like we did, go back through with a regular ratchet and make sure they're all nice and tight. Next, we're going to go ahead and put this last bolt through the frame. And then on the inside of the frame, you're going to put a strut washer and this regular nut, and you're going to put a little thread locker on that nut. Okay, now that this side's all tight, you can go ahead and do the passenger side. It's going to be the exact same process. If you need any additional help, please leave a question down below. Refer to our PDF install guide or call customer service.